here's how I built a life-size Tauntaun bust. First, I had to figure out exactly how big a real-life Tauntaun should be so that I could start 3D printing pieces to use as a base in the correct size. Which, spoiler alert, they're pretty massive. So massive that I had to split it into a bunch of pieces that I then assembled together using epoxies and metal staples to make sure the bond between parts was really strong. Once the Tauntaun was back together, it was time to start adding some texture with UV resin to the snout and around the eyes to give those areas a leathery skin-like effect. Then it was on to painting. Those same areas don't end up being fur covered, so I went in with a mix of browns and light tans to gradually build up the skin color up to something that hopefully looks realistic. I also painted the horns using the same colors. And now it was onto the fur. Started by hot gluing this white faux fur in sections onto the head, but of course the Tauntaun doesn't have pure white fur, so after everything was covered, I went in with some very watered down acrylic paint to dye the fur this light gray. The last thing the Tauntaun was missing was eyes, so I built a pair of those, installed them into the head, and lastly attached the horns. And here is the finished Tauntaun.